Hello, everyone, and welcome. So, we are done with Pacific and Americas Stage 1 group stage, and the teams for playoffs are locked in. So, today I want to do the pick'ems for the upcoming playoffs for Pacific and Americas. It's a little bit weird with EMEA because they have their schedule a week behind, but we'll get to that next week. Anyway, let's take a look at the group stage and who actually made it to playoffs. So surprisingly, Boom are at the top of the group. They did not lose a single match and managed to get first seed in Group Alpha, the tougher group of both of them, I would say. And in Group Omega, we have RRQ. Well, we have four teams with the same score. It's just maps that decided the seeding, and seeding actually does matter because, well, if you're first seed, you just need to win one game. You have a huge advantage, whereas if you're fourth seed, like Paper X, you do not get a second chance. You have to win four games in a row in order to make it to Masters Toronto. So seeding is kind of brutal here, and the top three teams do get two chances. The last team does not. And anyway, let's get to our pick'ems. So for Pacific, the first game is Talon versus Genji. I think Genji will just, lock in. We've seen this last year also, them not performing um, that well in group stage, but then locking in for playoffs and then Shanghai eventually. So it just, it's like they're the better team overall. So I'm gonna have Genji win. Then DRX versus T1. So T1 have not been having good games, and we know DRX won kickoff. So in the Pacific League, we know DRX are better. So I'm gonna go with DRX here. Now let's actually go to the lower round where these are elimination games and these guys play for the first time, PaperX and Nongshim. So T1 versus PaperX. I really want to go for PaperX. Even if we have T1 winning here, it's DRX versus PaperX, which is okay. Both of them are like classic um Pacific matches that we've seen 100 times before. Um, but there's a lot at stake because it's an elimination match. I want to believe with PaperX, but I don't know. Huh. Anyway, Talon versus Nongshim, I think I'm leaning more towards Nongshim here. T1 versus PaperX, my heart says PaperX, but my brain says T1. I think I'm gonna go with my heart. Huh. This is gonna be a sad one for PaperX fans because they have to win four in a row and they do not have a second chance. That's brutal. Boom versus Genji. Okay, so whoever wins this just makes it to Toronto because you're in the upper final. If you lose, you're in the lower final, which means you make it to Toronto. The teams here will be the top three teams. So yeah, Boom versus Genji. Huh. I think I gotta have Boom win here, right? And DRX versus RRQ. Hmm. DRX are no longer the DRX we know, like the Stacks, Buzz DRX. But with Marco flashback, I think they'll just lock in. DRX are gonna lock in, make it to Toronto. I have them making it to Toronto. Anyway, RQ are gonna go to the lower round against Nongshim. Chobra's gonna have a tough time watching this match, but I'll still have Nongshim win. And Genji versus Paper X. Again, it's my heart says Paper X, my brain says Genji, but I'm gonna go with my heart. I want Paper X to make it to Toronto. I want them to have, like what EDG did last year, not perform particularly well throughout the year, but then win champs at the end. Something like that. I'm waiting for a miracle. I know that sounds stupid, but just let me. Okay, so we have Genji not making it to Toronto. Does that sound good? What if we have Genji win here? Then it's Boom versus PaperX. Oh no. Nah, I think Boom have to like make it to Toronto. Otherwise it will be so funny. They win 5 games, 5 in a row, don't drop a single game, and then don't make it to Toronto. I don't think that's gonna happen. They're really good. I don't think it's like fluke wins. I think Boom are really good. Ideally it should be Genji, DRX, and Boom, right? Making it to Toronto. But because I am me, PaperX fan, waiting for a miracle, I'm gonna have PaperX, Boom, and DRX make it to Toronto. Now, who actually wins Pacific doesn't really matter that much. It's more for champs points. Um, I think I'm gonna have DRX win the final. Yeah, DRX was a PaperX. It could be anyone's game, honestly. But you know what? I believe in PaperX. I think they will lock in now and make it to Toronto. Yeah. Okay, so those are my pick'ems for Pacific. Now let's move to Americas. Okay, so now let's take a look at America's Stage 1 and who actually made it to playoffs. The playoffs games actually start really soon. My time, I think, yeah, in about 2 hours. Anyway, so who made it to playoffs? We have Group Alpha with Crew, Sentinels, 100 Thieves, and Evil Geniuses, with Loud not winning a single game. Okay, interesting. So Sen and Crew actually it was a bit complicated in the end because they had the same record, the same maps, but their head because of their head-to-head, Crew did beat Sen, which got them the first seed. And in Group Omega, we have G2 not dropping a single game, MIBR, Cloud9, classic Cloud9 doing well in groups, and NRG actually sneaking their way in the end, beating Leviathan. It was a really fun game to watch. If you were watching TMV stream, you had a good time. Okay, so now let's do our pick'ems for the playoffs. We have MIBR versus 100 Thieves. This is, I think, a 70-30 in favor of MIBR, and which will put 100 Thieves in the lower round 1, and Sen versus Cloud9. This could be a pretty close game, but we all know it's legacy. Cloud9 always do really good in group stage, but do not play well in playoffs. So let's have Sen win. And it's just Sen are better. Okay. Now next, the let's go to the lower round actually. It's 100 Thieves versus NRG, Cloud9 versus Evil Geniuses. Okay. I don't think EG are that good. So they're gonna get eliminated probably. And then NRG versus 100 Thieves. I think, yeah, you gotta go with 100 Thieves here. Yeah. Crew versus MIBR. I'm gonna have MIBR win. So whoever makes it here is just in Toronto, makes it to Toronto. And G2 versus Sen. I'm sorry, I have to go with G2. Yeah. I cannot listen to my heart here because G2 have beat Sen multiple times before, so that would be dumb. And in lower round 2, of course, we have Sen versus 100 Thieves. For I don't know the 20th or 25th time, Sen 100 Thieves, Sen gonna win that. Crew versus Cloud9. So it's two teams who do really well in group stage but struggle in playoffs. But this time I'm leaning more towards Crew. And in the lower round, Sen get their revenge against Crew, make it to Toronto. In the upper final, MIBR versus G2. Honestly, anyone can win this. We know MIBR have beat G2, and we know G2 are the best team in Americas. You know what? Let's just turn off our brain and yeah, G2 gonna win this. MIBR gonna win this, and then again G2 gonna win this. So we have three teams locked in for Toronto, which are G2, MIBR, and Sentinels. I'm sure most people will have these three teams. I know NRG, Copium fans will have them go through the lower bracket just like I did for Paper X. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Anyway, these are the three teams for Americas that I have going to Toronto. Those are my pick'ems. And yeah, I should really go sleep. Although I wanna, yeah, I'll wake up maybe early for this. And MIBR 100 Thieves, meh. That's gonna be a meh match because MIBR are gonna dominate. I don't know, it's just something about being a Sen fan. Um, it just makes me happy when 100 Thieves or NRG lose. It's just, yeah, you won't get it. If you're a Sen fan, you will get it. Anyway, that's it for today. We have EMEA next week. Well, the playoffs teams are locked, but the seeding will be decided. So once that's done, we will talk about EMEA as well. I have few other videos planned, but it's taking longer than expected. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I will try my best. So like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel for more such content. Share it. Let me know your three teams from each region going to Toronto. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.